everybody, it's Annette Green, and I am here today with my craft haul from Little Birdie Crafts. Little Birdie out of India. I love this company. Their flowers are the first thing that got my attention, but then I discovered that they had beautiful primed chipboard and some die cuts and papers. So I got myself a lovely order here, and I wanted to share everything with you, and then I'm gonna show you a couple things I made with it. Okay, so first is the Woodland Stories line that they carry. I went ahead and got the 6x6 paper pad, some coordinating flowers, and these great little die cut embellishments. I have put them in this bag so I could show you. But we'll start with these little guys. These are great instant embellishments. Little tags, little birds. Look at how sweet that is with the glitter. Little bit of glitter on everything. Little tags, little pennants, flowers, labels. Sweet, right? Look at all the glitter. I hope you catch that in the light. Oh, these little birds are so adorable. I can't wait to play with this stuff. They're just gorgeous, and there's a whole bunch in there, and I've even forgotten some in the bag. So there's those, and they coordinate with the Woodland Stories paper. And just to give you an idea of what this is like, their papers are very thick. I don't know if it says the thickness, the weight on here, 230 GSM. I don't know what that equates to in the US here, but it's like thick cardstock, not paper. And they're white on the other side, like the slick white. So these are great for cards and mini albums and things you need them to be sturdy for. I can imagine like cutting things on the Cricut would look beautiful and be nice and sturdy, not flimsy at all. But yeah, just to give you a spin through of this little paper collection, it's so cute. Got that little Swiss dot in there. Sweet little birds and flowers. Look at that, it's cute. Oh, so pretty. So some of the flowers, I'll show you in a minute, actually coordinate with this as well. Look at all the little birds. I'd already pulled this one out, isn't that cute? And then we've got these little kind of doily accents. You can cut these out or use a circle punch to pop them out. And then here are some of those same types of tags and labels and pennants that are in the die cut stack. These are not cut out. You'll have to cut them out, and they don't have glitter, but that's a nice little option to have. Same with these little pretties. Gosh, they're just, look at that little birdie. He's so cute. This little pink belly. So you get 2 of each. There's some floral. Very, very pretty. And some more birds on the wires. Cute. And then a blue, like a notebook lined sheet. So pretty. Okay, so I got that. And like I said, the coordinating flower pack looks like that. And I believe there's more options. I mean, I just bought this one with the big flowers on it. So you'll have to check them out. Let's see, some more flowers that I got just for fun. And these could go with that collection, but I have something else in mind for them. But these are great. These are in particular the Nora Boho Vibes selection of flowers, and they're great. They have these little embellishments in there, and they all have leaves, and they're like little tiny rosebuds. Really pretty. Okay, this one I love. These are Wendy Love and Roses. Beautiful reds, and then those little, like the center, the little gold beads. And then this bright sunny blue. These are Marina Aqua Medley. Okay, so Aqua Medley then leads me to this paper collection, which this is the 12 by 12, same thickness, includes 1 sheet of everything, as you'll see. Okay, oh boy. Look at that. And again, nice and thick, white on one side. So I can't wait to dig into this. It's just gorgeous. So this is like all different shades of beautiful blues, aqua blues. Look at the butterflies alone. And look at the flowers are gonna go so good with that. They're gonna go so well with that. So I'm giving you a quick spin through. Look at that, it's like a blue burlap. And paisley, florals and leaves, very vintagey looking, distressed, little polka dot. And then a very bright flower on a white background, beautiful. And these punch out, look at that. Gorgeous, perfect. And these are like little journaling cards. Man, I'm telling you, the finish on here is just so nice, just beautiful. And these have little cutout lines on some of them. Others just have this little bit of halo of this peachy parchment color. So you could cut them out, kind of helps you in your fussy cutting to kind of follow along. And then you've got these beautiful borders here. So that's fun. Can't wait to play with that. All right, and then before I show the other paper collection, these are, I've used some primed chipboard from them before. I'm gonna pop a photo up of a card that I made, excuse me, with a different collection from them and some primed chipboard. I'll pop it up there. So here's a look at that. Okay, so again, these are all the same. This is chipboard garden greens. I just felt like that's something that I will use a lot on a lot of different things, very neutral. So I went ahead and got 3 packs of those, and they're already kind of primed, but I am gonna, you know, I'll paint them and do stuff to them, I'm sure. Okay, and then finally, and I'm really excited about this because it's just so different than what we're used to with paper collections. This is what they call texture brew, as you can see. Again, it's like 250 GSM, so it's nice and thick. There's 12 designs, 1 of each. And it's all these great, like wood grain is 1. And then a tighter plank type wood grain, love that. And then a darker wood grain. It looks like my floor in here on the craft room. And then a more distressed, I love it. And this is almost like, I mean, this is more like my craft room floor here. Just a wood tile kind of look. And then this one has some grays and tans and blue tint to it. It's really pretty. I mean, I can totally see mixing a lot of these wood grains in with that original woodland collection. Good old burlap. Never go wrong with that. And look at the brick wall. That's fun. I can imagine what I'm going to do with that. And then this is like a blue wood. That's going to be perfect too. And white, like a shabby chic look to it with the white. A little bit more with the peeled paint appearance to it. Really great. And then this one has a lot of greens and blues and a little pale yellow in there. So that's going to be super fun. So you know what? I'm going to take a moment, maybe a few moments, and I'm going to make a couple of things. I'm going to see how much I can make with all this. And then I'll be back to share it with you. Stay tuned. All right, I'm back again, and just look at all this stuff that I made. And I even made more than this, but this is what I'm gonna share with you today with all these Little Birdie Crafts products that I use. It was just so much fun. I can't wait to share everything with you. And I'm gonna begin by showing you what I have left over after all these projects were done. And then I'm gonna show you each one of these projects one by one. Okay, out of all that stuff I showed you in the beginning, this is what I had left. Just a few of these little flowers. I even packaged them together because there were so few left. Still had one more package of the primed chipboard here. And I only used a couple of these flowers on some cards that I sent out. So you won't see those cards, but I did use some of those. Here is the rest of one collection. And the Woodland Stories collection. That's it. Just a few bits and pieces. I'm going to keep them because I'm making cards right now to share with everybody. So those will be great for card making. I even saved the packaging from that one collection because this is so pretty. I'm thinking I could use that on some card fronts. It's the same thickness as their paper. So I'm just going to cut that down. like that. And then this has a little bit of type at the bottom, so I'm going to cut that off. Cut this down to your standard card size. And then I think that would be really pretty on, you know, here's a card base, here's a little mat you could use. Actually, I should have cut this a little smaller, but you get the idea. If I didn't have the mat there, this would work just like that. But I'll just cut off another 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch there, and that'll be like a card background. I think that'll be pretty. So I'm going to save those as well. And finally, this big texture brew collection. I did use quite a lot, but I still have quite a lot left. You'll see what I did with these. I just loved this. I can't wait to show you what I did with this. You got a little peek of it at the beginning there. But I do still have full sheets of quite a few of these. So they will make great card backgrounds and other 3D projects like the ones I'm going to show you. So let me start with those. So check out these cute little birdhouses. I wish that I could show you this at a different angle rather than flat on the table like this. But right now my setup is such that it is that I can't do that. But you know, these stand up tall. They're really cute. So I'll be sure to pop a picture up of each of these. But you can see there's a lot of that wood grain. I'm going to call it cardstock because it's not paper. It's thick. And some more of that on the sides. And then, of course, there are beautiful flowers and a little bit of those little sparkly birds. Again, the same here with the flowers and the base and the wood grain. All of these came together really easily. I'm going to show you how I made them. And there's the top of that roof. Isn't that cute? And the sides with the wood plank. So basically, I followed an SVG file by Lori Whitlock. I talk about her stuff all the time. I love her files. This one is the 5 birdhouse set, which I bought. You can buy them independently. Just pick the birdhouse that you like and buy them off of her shop. But I did buy all of them because I love birdhouses. And I made this one and the double-decker guy and then this one. So this is this guy, the little double-decker one here, and then the sort of hexagon one with the stand is that one there. So I just loved how those turned out. I thought they were super cute. And speaking of Lori Whitlock files, this is a little mini album I used a Lori Whitlock file from to create with the Woodland Stories collection from Little Birdie Crafts. And of course, they're coordinating flowers that go with that collection. And these little cut apart die cuts that they have with all the shimmer and glitter on them. So first I want to show you, this is the file that I used. It's called Build an Album Set by Lori Whitlock. And you can see all the pages are slightly different in their little cutouts. And so these two are the two I did not use, and then I used all the rest of these. So these 2 little short pages, I left those out. Okay, and then this is how she looks. Okay, so I used like a juniper colored cardstock that I had, which coordinates beautifully with this collection, as you can see in some of the accents of the Woodland Stories. So I used that to cut out all the pieces for the base of the album. And then I added these little hole reinforcements. They were just holes there, but I just used a hole reinforcer die that I have from Elizabeth Crafts, and I cut those out of, this is a cardstock piece that's in the collection. It's like a brown, almost like a wood grain in there. And so you can see I've used their 6x6 paper collection, which, you know, 6x6 seems confining, but when you do a mini album, it's perfect. And these are a lot of the little cut aparts. If they don't have shimmer on them, they're actually in the collection. If they do have a little shimmer, like see that little bit of glitter in there, these are the die cuts. So you can really make it stretch with the different coordinating things that you purchase from them. Same here with the die cuts. Some of these are fussy cuts from the actual paper collection. It just depends. Such as this here, that's from the paper collection. So I'll give you a little flip through of this sweet little album. In some cases, instead of the paper, I wanted to have a little more solid for, say, like a photo mat area or to write something so it wasn't too busy. So I have used like a sorbet color of cardstock that I have from Close to My Heart. The Juniper is also from Close to My Heart. I'm very fond of their color palette, so I like to keep their cardstock on hand. This is the little heart page. And you can see some of these have glitter. That's from the die cuts. They're already cut out. I just inked the edges and they're ready to go. So they're awesome. In the back of the heart page. And then this page is a tab page. And the little tabs are even part of the SVG file, which is great. And so I took some of those die cuts and I made a little tuck spot here and then used more of the die cuts and the paper to make just a little fun fold out here. That might be a nice place for some secret journaling, and that just tucks right in there. And the back side is pretty simple and pretty. I like that some of their papers have some open area, and that way you can write or put a photo. It's not completely filled with imagery. It's kind of nice to have it just around the edges. Here, though, you see all these great little birdies in the background, and just a collage of the cutouts and die cuts and some things that I fussy cut over here. So it's a very simple but sweet little album with a lot of potential. Here is a rounded edge of a page. And then I think I started to get, I did all the fronts of the pages first. So when I started getting to the backs, I started having less like full sheets of paper from the collection to work with. So, I mean, it's an easy solution. You just use what you have and then you use some scraps to fill in, you know, the rest of the depth that you need. Here's another one of the tab pages. This one, the tab is in the middle now. The other one was at the top, if you remember. So that's sweet. This is just a little tag popped up here. And then this page is like a fun scallop all the way around with that pretty paper on there. And then, of course, when you use die cuts and you have a little photo mat, you don't want to put any glue in this area so you can get something underneath there easily. And here's the circle page. Pretty cute, little birdies. I tried very hard not to pull in like buttons and ribbons and all kinds of extras because I wanted to see just how far I could go with just the supplies I had from Little Birdie Crafts. So that was a fun challenge for myself. This one, again, was a page where I didn't have enough to fill the whole page, so I just used 2 strips of some scrap that I had and I made a pocket. And then I put these 2 little tags on here. Now on these tags I did add a little bit of twine, but other than that there's no added embellishment to this album at all. There's the pennant page, I want to call that. And then the final is the inside back cover with just a sweet tag and a little fussy cut bird and this little banner here. And then the back is just the birds on the wire. Really cute, right? And then I just grabbed some extra book rings that I had in my stash and put them in there. The one thing that I did learn is if you're going to use your Cricut to cut out files using Little Birdie Crafts cardstock, because it's not really paper, it's cardstock, it's pretty thick stuff, and it was a little bit of a learning curve, so I'm here to share with you that if you just select the poster board option, that worked beautifully. All right, this is my card box, my decorative card box with a card set inside. So inside I have made 4 envelopes with my envelope punch board, and then, oops, there's a little something right there, fell off a flower. I'll have to glue that back on. But I made 4 simple cards, but coordinating looking cards. And this was all with the Aqua, I think it's called Aqua Medley collection. The box itself, made out of the same green cardstock, is another Lori Whitlock file. It comes from the 3x4 card box, but clearly these are bigger than a 3x4 card, so I've just altered the size of the file to my liking. If you're handy on your Cricut machine, you know how to do stuff like that. But it makes a really pretty box with a lid, which would make, this would make a beautiful Mother's Day present. But that one flower that was supposed to go in there, I'm gonna glue that back in there. I must have bumped it when I was pulling it out or putting it in. But yes, simple cards. I did 2 horizontal. And this one has, if anybody is familiar now, Graphic 45 has these great new dies, and I love them. They are so crisp and sharp. So Hello Friend, I've cut twice on that one and done like a little drop shadow. And all these little butterflies are from the collection, just fussy cut out. So there's 2 horizontal and then 2 vertical. This one has a little bit of lace at the top. And this one, I fussy cut out one of the big paisleys. We'll glue that back in there. A little bit of lace and ribbon here. And all these beautiful cut apart things from inside the collection. So that is the card set and envelopes. And finally, I have made 3 beautiful little spiral notebooks, just little notepad kind of notebooks with lined paper inside. The only difference is just instead of just doing lined paper, which I did create on my computer, just laid it out. I put light blue lines, you know, just drawn in, but I pulled in some digital images of birds and feathers and just pretty things that had sort of the same color palette as the collection. I'm pretty sure these came from either the Graphics Fairy, I think the Graphics Fairy, or Old Design Shop, but I'm pretty sure it's the Graphics Fairy, which I'm very fond of. So yeah, there's just here and there's these great little digital images on the papers. And as you can see, I've used some coil wire with my cinch machine. I discovered when I was in Hobby Lobby recently that they have these great cute colored ones now. You know, usually they're white or silver or black, but these are like a dark teal and a light teal blue. So I did use each of those. These are the darker teal here for this one. And there's the front there with those pretty flowers and the butterflies, the little doily cut aparts. And then this one has the lighter teal coils, as you can see the difference there. So this one looks like this. Added a little bit of ribbon to this one. And then again with the, see how pretty? Ooh, a little imagery, little digital imagery. And then this one, I added the prime chipboard. Yes, remember I showed you that earlier, the prime chipboard. I painted them, put a little bit of gloss on there, a little shimmer with some Perfect Pearl spray that I had in my stash, and little butterflies on there. And then this also has the darker coils, and of course, just like the other 2, has all these great digital imagery on every couple of pages or so. So those were super fun to make. I started with those. I actually showed you everything in the reverse order of what I did, but I started with these and just had so much fun. I couldn't wait to make more stuff. So as you can see, I did make a lot of stuff. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. And I have more paper and stuff to work with to make more stuff. Now I mentioned at the beginning of the video that Little Birdie Crafts is out of India, and they are. They're based out of India, but they have several US locations that you can easily order from and get your supplies right away. So I'm going to put in the description box below a link to Little Birdie Crafts. And if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed the projects as much as I enjoyed making them. And you know what? I'm getting ready to move in like a week and a half. And I've made all these beautiful things that I just can't take with me. I have to be like done with things that are displayed on shelves. I have so much of that already, but I hate to waste this stuff. Some of it will be gifted, but some of it will actually go on my Etsy shop for sale. So, you know, for example, the little birdhouses, the whole trio will be for sale as one gift item, the little mini album, of course. And then the card and gift set might be the thing that I gift out. I have to think about that for a minute. But these cute little notebooks will also be in my Etsy shop soon. So just stay tuned for that. The date that this is being published, you can count on maybe a couple days later, it'll be in my Etsy shop. All right, and I'll put the link to that below. So thanks again, everybody. I hope you enjoyed them. I love Little Birdie Crafts products. They're so much fun. I hope you guys get some yourselves and enjoy having a fun, crafty day. Thanks. Take care.